Okay, further exploring the results of BlazeDEM-GPU under tilt box, full spheres, and particle forces. So LS, I've cleaned everything, but now what I'm going to do is show you that we can also have another scripts that we could that we have at force chain accurate, for instance, that allows me then to visualize the traction chain accurate. That allows me, instead of visualizing force change, traction change. So that's essentially giving you an idea of the force intensity that's acting in at a specific location. So if I look at this, let's like full spheres 1, let me run that one. If I run it, after it's finished, it creates a VTK file with a TC ending. If I say force chains accurate, I'm going to do the force chain as well as the traction chain, so we can visualize both and see that there's, in essence, a nice difference between them. Okay, I could also do an area chain if I want, where I just visualize the areas, contact areas of the various particles. So there I have now 3 VTK files: area, force chain, and traction chain. Let's open a ParaView and visualize what we can see here. So in essence, if I look at that, I'm going to open up all 3 of these VTK files and just demonstrate to you and show to you how they look. So there's, in essence, my area chain. You can see nice development how the contact area changes spatially. Here's a visualization of the traction chain, scaled quite drastically, but you can see the tractions, that's intensities. We get some high intensities here and some higher intensities here, but for the rest, the traction chain network is quite low intensity. So that's an indication of sort of the pressure. And then we can see the force chain is quite different from the traction chain. So the forces might be quite large, but if you look at, in essence, the forces here are quite large, and here it's also quite large. The associated pressures with those forces are not so large. You can see there. That's the difference between the force chain and then so that's the force chain, and that's the traction chain. And that allows you us to really critically visualize where there are forces that are large with low intensity or high intensity. And so this is part of the analysis that we can do that helps us informing us what's going on. Okay, so if you look at this area chain, again we can see where the areas are large or small, and that helps us to interpret the results a bit more critically than what's classically done in terms of discrete element modeling analysis. If you wanted to find out more about this, I've got an X-archive paper on this topic. Let me see if I can quickly find it. So let me see if I can quickly get this down. So there's, in essence, if you want to find out a bit more about this, there's this X-archive paper that you can go and watch to really understand a little bit and to more critically assess the contact networks, so that we have better information and more insight into what's going on.